Alright, what's going on, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to News, Reviews, or Rants. I'm your host, Jiu-Jitsu Joey, representing Deep Six Wrestling. For more information about Deep Six, subscribe to this channel and follow us on Twitter. The links will be in the description below. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's get into the very first episode. So in this week's episode, I'm going to rant a little bit about Brock Lesnar and Money in the Bank. As you guys all know, Brock Lesnar has won the Money in the Bank briefcase and is now the Beast in the Bank. I mean, that's a cool nickname and all, but this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Not only is Brock Lesnar a part-time superstar, but let's not forget how long he held the Universal Championship hostage from the fans, from other superstars. And as a fan, and as someone who actually attended Money in the Bank pay-per-view live in person, when I heard Brock's music hit as Ali was reaching for the briefcase, you know, making it seem like he was gonna win it, which would have been cool. My worst nightmare came true. Brock is back. Not only is Brock back, but Brock is probably gonna win the championship. Either or. Maybe both. So a few months ago, Lesnar announced that he has officially retired from the MMA and the UFC. So I'm sure how it went down was Vince was probably so sexually aroused that he had to call up Brock immediately and was like, hey, listen, Brock, now that you're retired from the MMA, I think it would be a great idea for you to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and then to cash it in at my glorious Saudi Hoedown show, but not on just one champion, on both champions, Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins, making you hashtag Brocky Two Belts. I'm so sorry, Becky Lynch. See, now this is not good at all. Because Brock Lesnar would probably hold the titles for a long, long time. And it's not good for the company, because this week, Friday, actually, tonight, wow, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, is putting on their very first pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. And they got a huge TV deal with TNT, and it's not looking too good for the WWE. If they decide to keep on coming up with these dry bookings and everything and storylines, and it's going to be awful. So either AEW forces the WWE to either, write a good product or fold as a company. So then maybe Vince can, focus on the XFL full time. One can wish. Honestly, I love WWE. Okay. I've been a fan on and off for about 15 years. I've always tried to defend the company that I loved and also stayed loyal by not tuning into any competition, such as like indie promotions, even though I appreciate some and then I don't appreciate others. But as a loyal fan, I can only take so much goddamn abuse. The storylines that the WWE creative team has put together in the past months have been absolutely questionable and sometimes non-logical. Yes, of course, I get it. It's professional wrestling. It's scripted. It's not always going to make sense. But give me a goddamn break for once. Not only is your flagship show, Monday Night Raw, 3 hours long, but it's been a chore to sit through. I can't remember the last time I even watched a full episode of Raw. It's been a very, very long time. Please do something, Vince, or I'm going to blow my... So I guess I can't bash the company entirely. NXT and NXT UK have both been solidly booked programs with fantastic talents, both male and female. Thank you, Triple H. Really appreciate that. I don't watch 205 Live, but I heard great things about that show as well. So I gotta give credit when, credit's due. So I guess WWE isn't all screwed. Just the main two shows that should be successful. It's actually funny. A friend of mine sent a link to our group chat for a job application for a WWE writer position, which makes a ton of sense now. Obviously, they're desperate. I don't know what's going to happen with the WWE in the next months and how AEW is going to affect the WWE. You don't know how successful AEW is going to be, even though they have a TV deal. That doesn't always necessarily mean anything, because you actually got to get people to tune in, because, it's usually how shows get canceled if they don't have enough people tuning in. I don't think money's the issue for AEW. But like I said, just because you have a lot of money doesn't always mean you're going to be successful. I'm really rooting for the WWE, though. Really, really rooting for them. Always be a fan. They have amazing talent, even if the storylines are trash. It's just, there's nothing compares to WWE. I mean, I can go watch, New Japan Wrestling or Ring of Honor or AEW, but it still won't feel the same because I watched WWE for, like I said, 15 years. I grew up on it. It won't have that kind of feel to it. I want to get into the Money in the Bank not the briefcase, the pay-per-view itself. It was my very first pay-per-view live. And I thought it was really good. It was a great experience. We sat next to a guy that was pretty questionable, talking about how he wanted to murder the McMahon family. I mean, I guess it's a little relatable, not really. It was a little scary. But overall, I'll give the pay-per-view an 8 out of 10. Definitely. I mean, some matches just seemed but both of the Money in the Bank ladder matches were phenomenal. All of them put on a great show. There were some amazing spots. Finn Balor took fucking so much abuse. I gotta give it to him. Yeah, so it was great. I got to witness my very first cash-in with Bayley cashing in on Charlotte. That was amazing. Well-deserved, Bayley. I'm so glad that she won the briefcase, and I'm so glad she is now the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. She definitely deserves that. So that's pretty much all for this week. These blogs will be, or vlogs will be longer in the future. This is just my first time doing this, and I just kind of wanted to put my foot in the door a little bit, get my feet wet. Anyways, this is going to be all for this week's blog. I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next week's episode of News, Reviews, or Rants, keep kicking it.